Hi, this is Jerica with Mini Madness, and today we have a mini, and it is quite mad. It's a Hobbit hole. It's got a little round door. This is how I did it. First, cut a little round door out of cardboard. That's me cutting it. It was really fun to spin the cardboard around like that. Then, cut the little hill. Hobbit hole goes in the Hobbit hill. Although most of it's underground, I think. It's only the top you see of the hill. Okay, so I cut it out. I cut a little bit more to make it fit better. And making sure it fits. I got 2 doors now. One of those doors is going to become the wood. So this is me cutting the wood slats that I am going to glue back. Here I am gluing it back, trying to remember what order they go in. At one point, I've misplaced a piece. I found it. There we go. Then I put it back. Make sure it fits. It does. I'm going to paint the door brown because it's made of wood. Wood is brown most of the time. There we go. Paint, paint, paint. And then I'm going to add a little black to add a little accent. Okay, now we are on to the stones. Here I am cutting them out. I'm going to cut out a lot of them. Watch me. I'm going to take those stones that I just cut out and I'm going to glue them down. I'm going to do that for a little while. I've gotten my small bag of rocks out and I'm just going to place those in between the larger stones. This is just to add a little bit more texture and dimension. I'm going to do this just until I feel like I have a pretty good balance of stones to smaller stones. And then I'm going to paint it all one color, so it's all going to look like one nice thing when I'm done. Off camera, I hit this with a heat gun just to speed up the drying process, just so I can hurry up and get it painted. So what I'm gonna do is look for a paintbrush real quick, and then I'm gonna mix mostly white with a little bit of black, and I'm not going to actually mix it up all the way because I think leaving it unmixed like this creates a nice variation in the color that gets put down on the stones. So I'm going to use this partially mixed mixture as a base for everything. And then I'm just making sure to get in the little crevices and cracks. After that, I'm going to take some of the darker gray and just kind of go along the rocky bits in between the stones just to darken that up a little bit. Again, I'm just trying to make some depth to the piece since it is completely two-dimensional. It's all just flat pieces of cardboard. We want to give the illusion of some depth. And you can accomplish that using darker colors and lighter colors. So here I am just putting in some light where I think the sunlight might be hitting these stones, just again to give it that illusion of some dimensionality. The next part of this is adding some vegetation to the little hobbit hole, because the hobbits do live in holes under hills. So we want the hill to be a somewhat grassy, stony hill. So I'm adding 2 different colors of this, I don't even know what it's called, material that is like grass. It's very loose material, so I just lay down a little layer of glue in between the stones, and I sprinkle this grassy mixture on top, and I just push it in with my fingers just to kind of give it, again, that illusion that there's some depth. I'm pushing it in between the little stones. So I'm just going to do this until I think it looks good, and I just stand it up periodically to shake off the loose material. The last step in this process is adding some hardware to the door. So I like adding little knockers and a doorknob to my doors. So here I'm just looking for the parts to make the knocker, which is really just the little O-ring from jewelry with a bead strung around it. So you can see me just gluing that on. And then for the actual doorknob, I just use a bead. So in this case, I found a little black bead. Typically, Hobbit doorknobs are in the middle of the door. I chose to put it on the outside. That's what this Hobbit likes, so that's what he gets. And that is it. Thanks so much. Bye.